Few artists have shaped the course of modern Indian art as profoundly as Amrita Sher-Gil. With an unwavering conviction, she blazed a trail that earned her the distinction of being the only woman among India's 9 national treasure artists declared by the Government of India in 1972. However, when she painted the still life in 1932, she couldn't have known the lasting impact she would have on an entire generation of artists to come. Amrita Sher-Gil was born in Budapest in 1913, and her upbringing was immensely influenced by her Hungarian mother, Marie Antoinette. Even after the family moved from Hungary to Simla in India in 1921, Amrita and her sister Indira continued to be exposed to European art and culture. It was a few years later that there came a turning point. When she was 16, a visit by her maternal uncle, Hungarian Indologist and painter Ervin Bakte, ended up deeply influencing the trajectory of her career. On Bakte's advice, the Sher-Gils left their family home in Shimla in 1929 and moved to Paris, which was at the time one of the most vibrant cultural centers of Europe. Those 5 years that followed laid the foundation for Amrita's remarkable career as an artist. That once solemn and bookish young girl blossomed in the city's bohemian atmosphere of the time. Amrita was admitted to Lucien Simon's prestigious salon at the École des Beaux-Arts. This was a remarkable achievement for someone who was just 16 years old, and she continued to study there until 1933. The painting behind me was created in 1932, and it is one of the very rare still lifes that Amrita produced in her career. It offers an early glimpse of the extraordinary talent that would establish her as one of India's most influential artists. Some years later, while reflecting on her time at Simon's salon, Amrita recalled how, though his teaching was rooted in academic realism, he always encouraged his students to cultivate their own artistic voice, which, as you can see, Amrita really took to heart. Interestingly, it was under Simon's guidance where Amrita first began working with oil. During this time, she discovered the importance of line, form, and color. These 3 tenets defined seminal works from the latter part of the decade, such as The Storyteller from 1937 and In the Ladies' Enclosure from 1938. Amrita also developed a deep admiration for Gauguin, Cézanne, and Van Gogh, influences that subtly emerge in this painting itself. This composition, for instance, hints at Cézanne's approach to the still life. Simple arrangements of objects, often featuring apples alongside bottles, vases, and pots. These short, expressive brushstrokes reflect a post-impressionist sensibility. But most notably, there's a strong, passionate sense of color. This became a signature aspect of her work as she grew as an artist. The red and green palette in particular that she uses in this painting appears prominently in many significant works by her from the 1930s. Quoting Van Gogh, she once declared, "I want to express with greens and with reds the terrific human passions." This particular still life was once displayed in the Sher-Gil family dining or living room, and is one of the few still lifes that Amrita mentions in her correspondence with her parents. It stands as a testament to her exceptional talent at a time when she was discovering her artistic voice. At the same time, the simplification of forms and elimination of non-essential details hint at the style she would later pursue. Amrita received several awards while at the École des Beaux-Arts, including prizes for her still lifes, and took immense pride in these accomplishments. Amrita produced fewer than 200 paintings in her short lifetime, with only a handful being still lifes. Most of her major oil-on-canvas works are now part of the permanent collection at the National Gallery of Modern Art, the NGMA, in New Delhi, making the present lot a particularly rare work to come up for auction. Stay tuned as this extraordinary still life by Amrita Sher-Gil and other works by leading modern and contemporary Indian artists go under the hammer at our 25th Saffronart Anniversary Sale on the 2nd and 3rd of April 2025.